Call the city council meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cadella.
Here.
Alderman Knight.
Here.
Alderman Coles.
Here.
Alderman Lewitton.
Here.
Alderman Police.
Here.
Alderman Shockey.
Here.
Alderman Wesley.
Here.
Alderman Winger.
Here.
Mayor Johnson.
Here, quorum being present, would you stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? May I have a motion to approve the minutes of September 18th, 2008?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bills, Alderman Wesley?
I'll make a motion, pay the bills $501,668.46.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? Roll call?
Alderman Coles.
Yes.
Alderman Police.
Yes.
Alderman Knight.
Yes.
Alderman Cadella.
Yes.
Alderman Shockey.
Yes.
Alderman Winger.
Yes.
Alderman Wesley.
Yes.
Alderman Lewitton.
Yes.
That passes. Do any citizens wish to address the city council this evening? If so, if you go to the podium and give us your name and address, please, starting with Mr. Petrovich.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mirko Petrovic, and I reside at 254 North Ash Avenue. I'm here in reference to the Eagle Claw Motorcycle Shop. As you all know, you in a council meeting on January 3rd, the conditions were passed, certain conditions for approval for Eagle Claw to operate in the city of Woodell. And the ordinance number 0808002. And in that ordinance, there is a condition. And one of the condition was the hours of operation at this location should be limited from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday to Saturday. There is another condition in this ordinance that stipulates that no activity shall be allowed beyond those hours, and no testing of the vehicles should be allowed on the residential street. I like to enjoy in a house that I live in. I like to use my backyard once in a while, especially on the weekend. And of course, I like to sleep at night. I don't want to be waking at 3:30 in the morning because of the motorcycle shop. And I don't want to be awake at 12 o'clock at night because motorcycle shop is operating. The doors are being opened. The bikes are being unloaded.
Sir, you're going to need to step outside for a minute, please. Mr. Petrovich? Please turn off your cell phones. Mr. Petrovich?
Another one.
Since the shops moved in, there was a lot of phone call to the police department. I have a meeting with, I requested a meeting with the chief of police. We had a discussion. He felt that there is too many calls from my residents. However, I didn't feel that way. I'm here to ask you for help. The human health effect is great. The noise health affect both health and the behavior in nature. The dislike sound is called sound noise. The unwanted sound can damage psychological and physiological health. Noise pollution can cause annoyances and aggression, hypertension, high stress level, hearing loss, sleep disturbances, and other harmful effects. Furthermore, stress and hypertension are the leading cause of health problems, where situation can lead to forgetfulness, severe depression, and times panic attacks. I'm here tonight to ask you to enforce the ordinance, rules, and laws. Please. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Petrovich. Mr. Ruggieri?
Good evening, gentlemen. So I got the complaint, same, this gentleman here, for this motorcycle, the tenant, they want to move out. Because this problem of here, noise, anytime, and they make noise. I got a good tenant. So that's not, the building, it's not small, it's a pretty good size. So the plus I got, they put the sign on my side, they hang it up all the way on my side. He's got a building right on the property line, and they got a sign, bigger sign on my side. They put for the furnace pipe, they stick in on my side. So that's not the right way. Plus, they put a down spot connect on my on my catch base. So plus they park the vehicle on the sidewalk. The people they're gonna go and pick up the milk for the store stuff. They got a motorcycle all over the place. So then I got another complaint because nobody called me for this meeting or for anything. So they put this store here, I don't know nothing about it. Nobody, they say they send me the letter, where they send me the letter. I don't have no letter. I got the bill, I got all kind of bill, but I don't have this letter from this shop they have to open. So that's the problem. So I go to the village, I complain about the pipe. They say we're gonna go check it out, but I leave my phone number, nobody called me, nobody said anything. So I just dead completely. I wanna know what's going on over there. And this is the first time I came in this meeting. I never come. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ruggieri. I noticed Mr. Noack, the head of the building department, made a notation. He's the gentleman directly behind you. When we take a break in the meeting, if you want to exchange phone numbers, he'll get back to you with your answer. Alderman Wesley?
What business is that you own or?
Sir, you do need to go back to the podium. We do broadcast this for the citizens at
Is it
home.
the grocery store or the liquor store there? Or?
No, there was at the beauty salon. There was a video store.
Or you own that where the fish market was at one
Right,
time?
right,
So you own
correct,
that building?
right.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else wish to address the city council this evening? If not, I do have two written communiques. First one is, Dear Mayor Johnson, 2 years ago, my neighbor filled in his ditch without putting a pipe in the ditch. This has caused water to stand between our driveways and become a mosquito hatching pond. It has also ruined the lawns. Last week, a city crew came and dug out the ditch, and thankfully, just before the record rains hit the area. I would like to commend and thank John Kramer, George Goodhue for their efforts in bringing the solution to pass, and also thank the city workers who did a great job with the pitch and left the area neat and clean. My thanks to all involved. Respectfully, Stephen Heike, 224 Harvey Avenue. our City Services Department has a better PR firm than I do, apparently. Another letter to Mayor Kenneth Johnson. We wish to commend the City of Wooddale employee Ed Diebel and employee Brian Hennigan on the help given in our need of pumping the vast amount of water out of our basement when we could not find assistance elsewhere. Wish they could be compensated for the hours spent diligently when there was no other means of help. Thanks to the City of Wooddale for considerate and caring employees. Signed, Irene Canizaro of 356 Forest Preserve Drive. So, Mr. Kramer or Mr. Graff, would you make a note of that and post a copy of that on the bulletin board? Thank you, sir. I do not have any other written communiques. That brings us to Mayor's report. Mr. Wesley, do you have a motion that you wish to make?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to amend the budget 2007, 2008 for the ordinance number item.
Actually, we're not at that part of the agenda, sorry. First item on our mayor's report is a special events management contract.
Oh.
Do you want to report on your committee the results of your meeting?
Sorry, I got lost on that one. Yes, there was a special event meeting, committee meeting before this meeting. I obtained a motion to hire a special event coordinator to handle special events. That is a motion.
If I might recommend, motion, it would be appropriate for a motion to approve, subject to review by the city attorney.
Okay, well,
Is there a seconder? Any further on the question? Roll call, please.
Alderman Coles?
Yes.
Alderman Police?
yes.
Alderman Knight?
Yes.
Alderman Cadella?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Lewitton?
Yes.
That passes, and with that passage, I hereby disband the Mayor's Committee on Special Events. I want to thank everybody for their service on this committee, but we're going to try this new direction of hiring a professional firm, and we think that it's going to bring some great improvements to our, what are we calling it now? Do we have a new name? Decided by you all. For our annual family fun days, I think it was. So we look forward to working with your organization and doing a successful event for the citizens of Wooddale. That brings us to Streetscape Committee report. Alderman Cadella.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Streetscape Committee, as we may remember, has put forth the idea, and we have implemented the construction, or I should say, the inclusion of wind sculptures at that small park at the northwest corner of Irving and Wooddale Road. The general consensus of those sculptures was positive. Just about everyone really seemed to like them. The one comment that kept coming back, both by the general public that I talked to, I think, as well as some members of the Streetscape Committee, was that they're little difficult to see. Maybe if you don't know they're there, you won't look. So the decision was made to move a couple of them. We did, and we're getting very positive feedback. They're closer to Irving. In fact, one is pretty close to the corner of Irving and Wooddale Road, very visible from many directions. But the meat and potatoes of my report is essentially to ask the council if they would consider the expenditure of an additional $2,215 for 2 more wind sculptures to complete this sculpture garden. These 2 would be placed in a grouping with the large one that is closest to the intersection of Irving and Wooddale Road. Between that, the brick pavers that have gone in, and a few other amendments, things that we've done there, I think that corner should be complete. I would also like to remind council that to date, out of our $85,000 streetscape budget, we've spent right around or over or under $5,000, so like 7%. So I'm asking for consensus to move forward with an additional $2,215.
Is that your motion?
Yes, it is.
Is there a second? Second by Alderman Shockey on the question. Alderman, please.
So this is coming out of the streetscape budget? And that was 85,000, not, I thought it was 35,000.
Streetscape budget? No. Yeah, no, it's 85,000.
Anything further on the question? Roll call.
Alderman Coles?
Yes.
Alderman Police?
Yes.
Alderman Knight?
Yes.
Alderman Cadella?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Lewitton?
Yes.
That passes, and that completes my report. Mr. Manager?
No report.
That brings us to the consent agenda. Is there any objections to any items on the consent agenda? Alderman Winger?
If we can pull off 3, so I could recuse myself for it.
All right, item 3 will be removed. May I have a motion to approve the agenda being items 1, 2, 4, and 5?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now may I have a motion to approve the items on the agenda being an ordinance approving a request to permit a special use for 140 School Street as administrative offices for the Wooddale Library District, an ordinance authorizing a variation of lot coverage for construction of addition of a building locating at 875 Lively, an ordinance authorizing the sale of personal property owned by the city of Wooddale, and a performance bond release to Pepper Construction. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Roll call.
Alderman Cadella?
Yes.
Alderman Knight?
Yes.
Alderman Coles?
Yes.
Alderman Lewitton?
Yes.
Alderman Police?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
Yes.
Alderman Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Item 1 is approved as ordinance O-08-42. Item 2 is approved as ordinance O-08-43. Item 4 is approved as ordinance O-08-44. And that brings us to committee chairman reports. Alderman Shockey.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Public Health, Safety, and Judiciary, Alderman Coles.
No reports.
Public Works, Alderman Winger.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have the revisions to the stormwater proposed ordinance presented to us, and further discussion was held at the stormwater management meeting this month. And so the proposals are here, and my comments on them now are, I still would like to see verbiage in the ordinance that comes forward, something that talks about prorated in lieu of fee when it comes under an acre. So it's clear in the ordinance that under an acre, someone would pay a fee, and it wouldn't be $3,000. It would be a prorated based on whatever we decide, square feet
So we did that.
within that acre, or within that parcel. And I didn't see that in the proposal here. So I do want to see that in the final draft. Also, I want to see how someone will be allowed to pay the fee versus do the BMPs, the best management practices. Because if we don't have a mechanism to monitor this, we're going to have people that are just paying the fee and skipping what the very thing is that we're trying to encourage here. They're not going to do the BMPs. They're going to pay the fee, and they're going to be done. So I want to know the approval process before we approve this. Thank you.
Well, actually, I don't see anything on the agenda for approval tonight. Is that a motion to table back to committee?
I would like to see a little bit more discussion so we could list out everything that we want to go back to committee before we approve this then.
Alderman Cadella?
Yeah, I have something along the same lines as Alderman Winger. It's about the prorated fee in lieu of best management practices. Kind of a last-minute epiphany, if you will. So I apologize for bringing this so late to the game. But something that I think that I know I'm having a problem with is the fact that the fee is smaller for smaller lots and larger for larger lots. We're only allowed in any of our zoning districts, single-family residential, it's only allowed 35% maximum lot coverage. In fact, R4 is allowed up to 45% with the detached garage. My point is that a smaller lot will have a smaller open area than a larger lot if you max both of those lots out. So let's say on a 20,000 square foot lot, 65% of that, you got 13,000 square feet that will never be built on. Why is the builder or the homeowner who has 13,000 feet of land where the water will percolate on its own and not have to be forced over a road, into a storm sewer, directly to a creek, why is he paying more? So I wonder if maybe these fees should be inverted. This is about stormwater and negative impact on the municipality, on our city as a whole. And it seems to me that the smaller lots with the large houses and the less open area have a bigger negative impact. So the thing that I'd like to see discussed at stormwater is the possibility of inverting those, so the smaller lot pays more, the larger less. Thank you.
Alderman Wesley, and again, I'll say we're
Mr.
getting into committee discussions. so it's
Mr. Mayor, I will make a motion that we table this back to committee for we could get into more discussions. Obviously, there is a lot of open ends on this still, so that will be my motion on the floor to table this back to committee.
Is there a second? And that's back to Public Works? Not to stormwater, correct?
Public Works will be fine to solve it out.
Bring it up now if that's what you want.
Yeah, I'd like that. That's good.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
That concludes my report.
Thank you. Finance and Administration, Alderman Wesley.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a budget amendment for 2007, 2008, with ordinance. I don't have the ordinance number in front of me.
That'll be ordinance O-08-45.
Yes, that will be a motion to adopt that ordinance for a budget amendment.
Is there a second
Second.
on the question? Roll call.
Oh, right here.
Okay. Find this.
No number, I got it.
Alderman Coles?
Yes.
Alderman Police?
Yes.
Alderman Knight?
Yes.
Alderman Cadella?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman Wesley?
Yes,
Alderman Lewis?
Yes.
That passes ordinance O-08-45.
that is the end of my report, Mayor.
Community and Economic Development, Alderman Lewiton.
There's no report tonight.
Under other business, that brings us back to item 3 from the consent agenda. May I have a motion to approve a resolution of the City of Wooddale authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with the Lakota Group for development of a master plan for the Thorndale corridor area. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Alderman Winger.
I'd like to recuse myself.
Anything further on the question? Alderman Shockey?
Yes, do we have a rough figure at least, or an approximate as to the cost?
Mr. Murmas?
Park?
Yeah, I believe the information is laid out in your packet. I believe it's $180,000.
Thank you.
Yeah, to be exact, 179,225.
Anything further? Roll call.
Alderman Cadella?
Yes.
Alderman Knight?
Yes.
Alderman Coles? Yes. Alderman Lewis?
Yes.
Alderman Police?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
Yes.
Alderman Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Winger?
Abstain?
That's right. Sorry.
All right, that passes Resolution R-08-19. We do not need executive session tonight. There are no items to be referred. There are no items for information only. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. You should